Congratulations for taking your first step in your public speaking journey. I just want to say thank you so much for having the trust in us to share with you the tactical part, the strategy and structure, and so on and so forth for this program. But before I go on to share with you, I just want to share with you about my story and my journey of public speaking, how I began, so that maybe you can relate to some of the experiences as well. I started my public speaking journey about 14 years ago. I could never forget my second speech in front of a group of audience, maybe around 15 of them. And I practiced for 8 long hours. The entire week, I couldn't really sleep well. I practiced and practiced and practiced, and I write out the script word by word on what I'm going to say. On the day itself, I was still not very confident, so I had to hold a piece of paper on my right hand. When my name was being called upon, I walked up on stage with the script. I almost reading out from the script, and my hand started to shake. I felt so nervous. And worse, I don't know whether is it the aircon or something, but I started sweating. My whole body started to sweat. Worse, at the middle of the speech, I was blank. I can see in the eyes of the audience, they do not know how to react. They are very encouraging, but they do not know how to react because I was totally blank at the middle of the speech. But I was very lucky and also very blessed because I have a very great mentor, which is my boss. Her name is Suan Chu. She asked me, Ken, why not you try to give your 3rd presentation? Why don't you give your 4th presentation? Why don't you try a 5th presentation and 6th presentation and so on and so forth? And throughout my 14 years journey of giving presentation, I started to make a little bit of improvement here and there, but not to the level that I really want it to be. And there are 3 things that I do differently throughout this 14 years journey. I started studying books on public speaking. I bought books on public speaking to read. And I also attended public speaking courses, both online and offline. And the thing that I did very much that is out of my comfort zone is actually I volunteer myself whenever there is an opportunity. Even though I suck, the first few speeches is really not good, but I just volunteer myself and here and there. And my real breakthrough comes when my boss walked up to me one day and said, Ken, can you share with us how you prepare and present your speech? Wow, that literally blew my mind because I never thought it's possible for me to be able to teach on the topic of public speaking. If you are hearing me right now and you're hearing me till now, you probably know that English is not my mother tongue. And when I started 14 years ago, I used to stutter as well. But I slowly speak more and more and become more fluent over time. The best feeling I ever have is after I gave the presentation, 2 or 3 weeks later, the participants actually used the strategy that I shared and they themselves got the result. They got the result as well. So I was very enlightened myself that I was able to do that for other people. Of course, today I MC on big stages. I train youth, kids, professionals and business people on the topic of public speaking. I also train trainers on the topic of public speaking. I was also been able to be lucky enough to win several contests on public speaking. Public speaking has really helped me to gain exposure in my workplace, and I have multiple promotions because of the ability to be able to communicate. And I was once the youngest senior staff to be selected by my company for a global secondment program and eventually helped me to grow my business right now. I said all this not to brag, but to let you know that someone like me, at rock bottom, which I don't have a good English and even stutter, and I could achieve all that and overcome all that, so can you as well. So in the next session, I will share with you what are the things that you could do in terms of the strategy and structure on how to make a great presentation.